We're learning to Nishmas Etta Ahuva Bava Metzia Perik Tes Mishna Daled Hamekabel Sada Mechavera V'Lei Rotza L'Nachesh. If someone is mekabel a field and he doesn't want to pull out the weeds, V'Omar Loi, and he tells him, Ma ich bichtzach, what do you care? Hoil va'ani noisin loch chakura. I'm going to be paying you a set amount either way. So this Mishnah obviously only makes sense by chakiras and not by kablanis. So the halacha is ein shemin, we do not listen. Because he could tell him, the owner of the field could say, l'machar ata yetzi mimenu. So even though you're okay with having a shvacha field, but when you leave the next year, you're going to leave me also with a shvacha field, because you're going to leave umalu lefanai asavim, and there's going to be grass and weeds all over the field. And the Gemara explains that he means to say that even if you go ahead and you try to plow it and remake the field back to the way it was, there's still going to be these seeds that fell. Lashon Gemara is bizar the nafal. The seeds that fell, and those seeds are going to grow weeds, which you're not going to be able to get rid of, and I'm going to suffer with it the next year. So therefore, our Mishnah is saying that even by chakiris, if someone is mekabel a field, he can't not weed it. There's a responsibility to weed it, because it affects the next year. Mishnah hey, hamekabel sada mechaver v'loy asa. If someone is mekabel a field and it didn't produce, and over here we're talking about barisis, because if it's a set amount, so then we don't care. He's going to have to pay the set amount. But over here where it's a percentage, so the Mishnah is telling me that it didn't produce, and therefore I'm not going to be getting the amount that I thought I was expecting to get. So I don't want to work the field altogether. So what's the minimum amount that it has to produce that we say that you do have to work the field? So the Mishnah first says, Im yesh ba kedei lahamid kri, chayiv l'tapel ba, which the Gemara explains, kedei lahamid ba kri means that if I put the tool, the rachas tool, which is the tool used for winnowing, if I stick it into the kri, it will stand. So such a pile is considered enough of a production that was made from this field, and if it produces that amount, then chayiv l'tapel, then you have to work the field. Amar Rabbi Yehuda, ma kitzva b'kri. It should depend on the size of the field. How could it be that a small field and a big field you're giving the same exact amount? Elim yesh boi kedei nefila, which Rashi explains that I could take what grew this year and use it as seeds to plant the next year's tvua. Rashi says, I'd be able to replant next year from the tvua of this year. And in the Gemara, there's a machlekes, Rab Ami, B'Shem Rab Yochanan, and Rab Ami himself, whether that is 4 sa in the amount of a base score, which is 1,500 amas, square amas, or is 8 sa in such an amount.